Hey everyone, we are going to do a little bit of spring flower planting today. Now I wasn't planning on doing this at all, but basically I'm going to be filling that vertical planter that I made full of spring flowers. I was planning to wait and just plant my warm season annuals in them because I maybe get like 4 to 6 weeks out of spring flowers. And for me, sometimes I'm like, do I want to spend the money to invest in that? Do I not? But then I went to the garden center and I saw all of the beautiful spring flowers and I couldn't say no. So let me show you what I got and what we're gonna plant up today. Here's everything I have, and I think you can see that my favorite colors I trend towards are purples and pinks. Now I don't know if all of these are gonna fit up here, or if not, then I'll put some of them in the front pots. But I have some heucheras, which I plan to leave out all season. I have some violas. I got some snapdragons. I did get some ranunculus and tulips. Now, I should have, if I want these to bloom for as long as possible in my garden, I should have got more like this that haven't bloomed or flowered yet, but I also wanted the color now. So we'll see how long I get out of these flowers. And then I also have some hyacinths in there. So all of these are going to go in the 12 buckets of this planter. Now this was not a planter, but it was meant to display like flower bouquets. I originally saw it on Wayfair, but then I took a screenshot on my phone, then did a Google image search, and typically you can then find all the places that either carry the exact same item or an item very similar. And that is a good way to find cheaper prices. So I got this actually on Amazon, and the seller I got it from, it's out of stock there. So I'll link down, there was a bunch of them. I'll link down the other ones. I would definitely say check them out and see which price at the time is the cheapest. But basically all I did to kind of turn it into a planter was drill some holes in the bottom of each of these buckets. I filled them most of the way with the potting soil that I refreshed, and I'll link that video down below showing how I refreshed that potting soil. And then I do have a bag just to add any additional potting soil that I need. But I'm really excited to get this planted up. Obviously, I need to move some stuff out of the way so I can get back there, but I think I'm really going to enjoy having a bunch of color right here in this corner. Now, looking at the weather forecast, I think they should be okay to stay outside. Obviously, these were grown outside, but sometimes the temperatures can drop much colder than these flowers prefer. But luckily, by growing in containers, and that thing is on wheels, I can wheel it inside if I ever need to, if the temperatures drop. But I think we have like maybe one day where it might be too cold, and then in like 4 days it's consistently 60 degrees, which is so nice, and I can't wait. So let me get stuff moved out of the way and we'll go ahead and get this planted. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put them in buckets and kind of move them around to get the color distribution. Once I'm happy with the placement, then I will actually get them planted. I'm also only going to do one type of plant per pot. That's something I think I've realized more in my container garden is, if you're planting in like a plot in your yard, you do want to put, a bunch of plants together, get a design. Whereas for me, I think each individual pot is like a plant that is part of the design. So I'm going to do, one type of plant per pot. I might divide some of these bulbs. I'm not sure because there's like 3 or 4 sometimes per pot. And then we'll get them all planted. I'm also not going to add any biotone. There is already some compost in here from when I refreshed the soil, but because these are already flowering, they're not going to be in here very long. I'm not going to waste any of my plant food on them. I will save that for my warm season annuals, which will be out here, let's see, May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months. So they're going to need a lot more food provided to them than these plants will, which will only be outside for, again, like 4 to 6 weeks. So let's go ahead and do the fun part and figure out where I want to plant each of these. I think I like this color distribution. I did have more purples than anything else, These plants I'm going to take down for the front stairs, so those aren't going to be planted up here. But coming in close then, starting off here I have ranunculus, and this is Mache Rose is the color. Then, do you have a tag in here? You do, and it just says Snapdragon Tall Mix. So not very helpful on the actual variety. This is just purple tulip. Okay, so we're not getting very specific names here, but I have another ranunculus. This is, focus there, Mache Pink. So that was Mache Rose, Mache Pink. This is going to be a little bit lighter. Another Snapdragon, a yellow ranunculus, pink tulip. We have some Sorbet Orchid Rose Beacon Violas, yellow tulip, purple ranunculus. I wonder if this is Mache Purple. Let's see what this says. Actually, I don't know if it says. Oh, it is Mache Purple. Look at that. I'm going to assume this one then is Mache Yellow. It is. Another Snapdragon and some hyacinth. So let's go ahead and get these potted up, and I'm so excited to see it all ready for the season. Here she is, and she looks beautiful. I am so glad that I didn't just wait to have my summer annuals and that I have put something in here for spring. Now, I do feel like this planter needs a name, and I feel like it's a she. So give me some names for this planter. But look how good. Now, I am wondering again how long, like the tulips, for example, are going to last. But like I do with all of the tulips in my raised beds, I will transplant them down to the parkway after they're done blooming and I'm ready to empty this out. And I've had really good luck with my tulips coming back year after year. I also have now a bunch of nursery pots I can use to pot up my seedlings. So yeah, I think this looks really pretty. Now what I'm going to do is kind of get things moved back. Nothing's really in its permanent position because, you know, I'm still getting plants out here and then we'll kind of see where it goes. But I do think this is going to stay in this corner all season. This is why it's good to put big plants on wheels. This is where things are going to go for now. I didn't want my beach plum tree to be in the way of my planter. And then my chairs here, which are sadly still covered because it is a little bit too cold to just relax outside. But I'm so excited to have this now in the corner. So that's going to be everything for this video. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but I feel like some days I'm like a really clean and tidy gardener. Everything just kind of goes as it is. And some days it feels like chaos. I don't know if it came across, but today it felt like chaos. Like I was spilling dirt. I tripped over a bucket. I knocked into the screen door. So it was definitely more of a chaotic planting day, but it turned out very nice. So I will keep you updated on how this does. You'll see me kind of go through the process of watching these grow for the next few weeks, emptying it out, transplanting them downstairs, and I will show you how I do all of that when we get there. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.